Hello, it's June 27. It's Tuesday, I think. And it's been raining like crazy. It's been raining like since last week. And they say that it's going to still be raining until Monday, next Tuesday. So, yeah, it's kind of good for the trees. You know, like lots of thunderstorms and stuff like that. And by the way, welcome to Bonsai Therapy. Yeah, it's been raining a lot lately, and it's good for the trees. Lots of rain, but no sun at all. Um, I'm gonna show you like a survivor. This tree, it's basically one of my. It's probably my oldest tree, and I have it like for like what 5 years? Not even like 4 years. 4 going to 5, something like that. And this tree has been surviving me for like almost 5 years, which is it's awesome because if a tree can survive me, it's a good tree and deserves some shout out and deserves to be, you know, have a spotlight on this channel. Now, after a few years of being like a stick in the pot, I was able to get some decent root base on it, and I like it. I like the way it's coming. It's probably I'm gonna have to trim a little bit of this root, just the surface roots. I don't want to repot this tree again because I repotted it this year already, and I don't want to touch it. Um, but I will explain you why, and we're going to talk a little bit about the soil too, about the way that I make the soil not be very extensive. We can get to it right now. My soil is a mix of organic and inorganic stuff. I really don't go that much for the 1% this, 1% that. Like, I just go by feeling, you know. I mix the soil, I touch the soil, I feel the soil, and if it has the texture that I like, that's what I go with. You know, and I keep adding and taking stuff depending on the tree. We gotta understand here, I'm in New Jersey. New Jersey is, it's crazy the weather. Like, in the summer, it gets pretty humid. Not a lot of rain. Like last summer, we almost didn't have rain. This year we've been getting a lot of rain, but last summer was kind of dry. The thing is, you kind of have to adjust a little bit to the weather. So that's why I really don't like to talk too much about the soil, how to make the soil, how to you know, prepare the soil, because it really depends. Like I think it's a filling thing. It's like it's the way you fill it. Like. Um, and you kind of, I think you will develop that and you will understand that. So my soil is like potting soil. I mix perlite on it, and I like to put like some lava rock too. So it's draining. It drains a lot, so it's okay. And this tree is it's one of those pots like. You call it like hydroponics pot, like I call it net pots, like because there's holes on it. And so when it's dry, I have to water it a little more, like 2 times a day, sometimes 3 times a day, like but at least like 2 times a day, because when the water comes in, it goes out, so it keeps like wet, but it kind of dries too. What I like it, what I think it worked very well on the roots is like um, it gets the air, like the roots grow, and then when they feel the air and the light, they die, like the tips die, but the root keeps growing. At least that's what I have been doing, and that's why I kind of like this pot. Now you might think and say, okay, is this a bonsai? Well, it's not in a bonsai pot, but to me, it's the closest, maybe, that I made myself. It's probably the closest thing that I have to a bonsai. Now, you might think that, okay, that's like such a long stretch because, as I said, it's not a bonsai on a bonsai pot, but the thing is, it's not because it's developing, and then I wanted to develop more. I want to, work out these roots a little better. It needs some trimming. It needs some branches, like branch development. This branch here, I don't know if you can see it. This branch here just developed like this spring. This thing really didn't exist, but it came up like strong this spring. There was a really good development on this area here also this spring, and yeah, now it's gonna need some pruning. I'm probably gonna do that on another video, but this little thing came a long way. Yeah, the moment I got it, it came like a long way. This is basically, I don't know if you can see it well, this is basically the front of a tree. As you can see, you don't see the cuts. And just need a little work, to make it look like more decent. So that it needs a little haircut. I'm not pruning anything right. It is that like some of these branches really didn't lignify, so they're not strong enough to cut yet. They're like very green. This is like all new growth. So I'm going to wait a little bit until I do something to it. And anyway, I hope you liked it. I said I love this tree because it has like a special story, because well, it survived me until now, and it's a cool thing, and it's my first real tree. I could have done like before I go, I could have done some other stuff on it, because this tree was big enough for me to have made a little like some more trees out of it, but at the time I didn't know better. I knew better, so that's why I didn't do anything to it. I could have made like 2 or 3 trees out of it, because this tree was kind of really tall, like very skinny, but tall. I could have done like another, at least like 2 more trees out of it. And if I would have bought it now, I would probably do that. But well, as I said, bonsai, it's a learning curve, and dealing with trees, it's a learning curve. It's a beautiful thing, and in the future, more stuff will come, and hopefully better stuff will come. But this is why I actually consider not my best tree, but the tree I like this one. Yeah, because it's been like through lots of things, and just good. All right, you guys stay sharp, stay good, be cool, have a good one. I'll see you in the next movie. It's a movie? No, next video.